in Wiltshire. It's 6 p.m. in Cape Town, and I'm waiting for Bridgetti to join me. If you're watching the replay, thank you for coming along. This is our Friday get-together when we talk about everything to do with BLIFBot, about everything that's going on in the live video world. As you can see at the moment, one of today's topics is actually green screens. I'm looking forward to Bridgetti joining me momentarily. I'm on a Windows machine and Bridgetti is on a Mac, so we can talk about both sides of the equation in terms of having a green screen on a Mac and having a green screen on a Windows machine. Now today, I've actually got a green screen in the background, and this is the difference between last week and this week. I invested in a green screen. It's about $55 on Amazon, and it's portable, so you can take it anywhere you like. And it's behind me at the moment. Now, you can't see it because I'm showing photographs that I found on Unsplash moments ago. So, welcome to the show. And this is Bridgetti and Steven in discussion. And we've been doing this show for well over a year. And in the early days, we started answering queries about BLIFBot and how to operate it. And since then, we've moved on. And we're now into what is fast becoming the green screen show. So I'm waiting for Bridgetti to join me. Say hello to Kelly. And Kelly is saying, it looks great. Thank you, Kelly. I think we've cracked this technology. I think we're now working and we can use it whenever we want. This is one of those rare occasions. I'm actually on BLIFBot. Yesterday I was just broadcasting direct to Facebook Live. So this is proof that it works on BLIFBot. And when Bridgetti joins me, we shall also prove that it works multi-person on BLIFBot as well. And just to prove, well, I've been working hard. I had to polish everything before I came live. So I got the polishing machine out and went around all the floors. I even went in the offices behind as well. So I've been tidying up before I came live. But the beauty of this is that it is just so easy to use. And at the moment, just for the initiated, I'm using Xplit Vcam. And today, in fact, started yesterday, but today it's $25 for a lifetime license and $55 for the backdrop. That's done, finished. It works. It simply works. All right. Okay. If you are watching, please say hello. There are no bots on the show today, other than the fact if you type guest, you can get in, or if you type live, you can get more information about the shows. But our comment bot is resting today, so you can comment without fear of being contacted after the show. But I might go through manually after the show. Now, I did get a message from Bridgetti a few moments ago saying that she's rebooting her computer. I can close that screen down, save on resources. I can close that tab down, save on resources too. You've got to have a reasonably good spec machine for this to work, but most machines. And yeah, it's a great place to work actually, Kelly, because you can go and have a kip, a lie down, a nap at any time. And say hello to Andy. Andy, hello, nice to see you. We are this week the green screen show. And if you have any questions about green screens, or if you want to join us on camera with your green screen background, because I know you have one or two, then please do so. And we can show the benefits of actually using a green screen. The first benefit is that you don't have to tidy the office behind you, and you don't always have to broadcast from the same location. So 2 benefits straight off. Third benefit is if there are any photographers watching, if you send in photographs, I'm more than happy to use them as a backdrop in future shows. I'm using photographs from a site called unsplash.com, and they have a wide variety of photos. In fact, I'll just key in the URL. One of the problems we always have is getting images, and unsplash.com have two things. One, they are an image repository and they will store your photographs for you. The other thing is that there's a Chrome extension from Unsplash, and basically whenever you open a new tab, instead of getting the little boring stuff, you get a random photograph, and some of them are just glorious. So unsplash.com, get the extension, and then you'll find backdrops that you can use in your shows. Type in a keyword, you get a backdrop. To get the one I'm using now, I just typed in the keyword office, and it came with this backdrop. Okay, so I know that Andy's here, I know Kelly's here. Now, I need to bring an image up on the screen to talk about, because something is happening on the 26th of February, and I want to talk about it for a moment. So I'm going to bring the photo up, and then I'm going to go picture in picture. On the 26th of February, 9 AM Eastern to 2 PM Eastern, is a 5-hour mini marathon show with myself and Bridgetti and Fonz. And what we're looking to do is to promote awareness of charities. Now, if you have a charity which you support, then please do send us details of the charity. Just message me with a link to the charity, why you support it, and we can add them into the show on the 26th of February, which is a week on Tuesday. And we can promote the charity itself, and then we're going to have a messenger bot running, which will give links to the charity site, links to their Facebook page, and if there is one, links to their donation page. So we are giving out information which enables you to find out more about a specific charity, how you can help, and how you can donate. Now, we bring in 3 charities with us, but we've got a 4th one today from Sebastian. So thank you, Sebastian, for that, which is a charity which is in Melbourne, Australia. So this is a global thing. This is not parochial. This is not UK only. This is global. If you have a charity that you support, if you could, just covering my own photo there, if you could send us information, then we'll feature your charity during the 5-hour show. I'm hosting the first 4 hours, and then to bring some energy into it, Fonz is hosting the final hour. So we've got a mix up there, and it's going to be, well, it's going to be a positive, optimistic show where we highlight people helping people. And if you've got people that you help and you support with charity work or with money, then please do let us know about the charity anytime between now and the 26th of Feb. So you've got 10 days in which to tell us more about the charity, give us a link to the charity, and that will basically work on the day when we broadcast. Say hello to Tish, who's saying hello to Kelly, and say to Tish, who's saying hello to me. And you can also, in a moment, no, Jesse's having a breather. Oh, right, I've got a thumbs up. Okay. And Kelly's saying hello to Tish. So the gang's all here. I'm going to put us side by side. Hello, Bridgetti.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Steven. How are you?
I'm good. I like your office.
I decided to do some show promotion there.
Oh, right. Okay. Good. Yeah, it's good. And now we've got a situation where I've caught up to Bridgetti because I've got my green screen in the background, and we can now prove that Windows is as good as Mac when it comes to green screens.
Awesome. Yep. I saw you actually, you've got one of those pop-up green screens, right?
Yep. I have.
Did you get them on, and you got it on eBay?
I went to Amazon. I basically, I'm very fortunate, and Tish is saying, hello, beautiful Bridgetti. There you are.
Hi, Tish.
I was very fortunate in that our friend Chuck Trice has already got a green screen, and he told me which one it was. So rather than having to look for the best, I was told what the best was, and I just ordered it, and it was here the following day. Amazon being
Oh,
Amazon.
wow. Awesome. It makes such a difference. The difference is huge, 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 huge.
Totally. I can move my hands now. I couldn't move my hands before. I can move my hands.
It's a big difference. Your background is so much more crisp. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
What I've just said to the photographers who are actually watching us today, if they want to send their pictures in, then we can use those as backdrops too. So if you've got a photograph you want, images you want to send in, just message Bridgetti or I, and we can just quickly go and we can select your image. I'm just going to change the image, and I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And my image should change momentarily. Love it when it works.
Well, the thing is, I mean, it's so quick. It is, you know, to change your backdrop. That it's amazing.
True. Under normal circumstances, I'd say that's very true. This is one I like. So there you are. I've changed my backdrop. So you can just quickly change your backdrop. This backdrop is from Unsplash, as was the one earlier, unsplash.com. Okay, and trick question from Kelly. Bridgetti, nice flowers. What are they?
These are not real. This is a green screen, Kelly.
No, but you see, Kelly and I have been, since yesterday when I broadcast on my timeline, we've been treating it as being real. So I cleaned the floors in the office early before I came on. Because it is so realistic. I'm just going to see if I can pick another one out. I could spend the whole show just actually switching backgrounds. And,
oh yes, you can.
Having fun.
You absolutely can. You know, just to show people what really is possible. This is where I live. You know, my background that you're seeing now, that's the famous Table Mountain that you see behind me.
Yeah, we can see it. Yep. Oh, it's good. We could do a tour, invite people in with a backdrop, which is of where they live. That would work as well.
I know that absolutely would work. That's another scene of the mountain from a different angle.
Okay, I'm going to keep you full screen whilst you go through your images, and I just do a bit of housekeeping.
Okay, 100%. So I am just playing around with some backgrounds here, and you can have lots of fun with this depending on what your show is all about. You can go for example, in March we're going to be having a show on there's a water day coming up, and so I'm looking at some blue backgrounds to see what would work well for World Water Day. So that's my mission at the moment, looking for some of those. And of course, today I was trying to promote our charity day that is going to be coming up soon, and hence the stickers. So you can actually use your backdrop to do some advertising or promotion. So that's one great use that you can use for your backgrounds. Show promotion. So for this one, the one you're seeing the notice here is on the 26th of February. We're going to be doing a 5-hour marathon broadcast to promote local charities. There's always worthy causes, and I've got a few from South Africa and from Africa that I'm going to be promoting on those days. And these are really for areas where people are truly underprivileged and do not have access to funds. And it's amazing how some of these people, out of the little resources that they have, they're sharing with their entire community. I am sometimes completely gobsmacked at what people are. You know, it's as the saying goes, where there's a will, there's a way. It really boggles my mind how people can have this amazing will to want to help other people when they have nothing themselves. So it's not about how much you have, but it's about how you feel about your community and those around you. We can be amazingly resourceful. I am totally gobsmacked. And so you are at you. What kind of game are you at there, Steven?
Ah, right. Okay. I was born in a town called Burnley, which is 20 miles north of Manchester. I think Manchester United, Manchester City. And in Burnley is a football ground called Turf Moor, which is behind me at the moment. And Burnley are playing in the same league as Manchester United and Manchester City. And I'm very proud to be a Lancastrian and from Burnley. So this is homage to soccer in Burnley, or football in Burnley, as we call it. And the stadium is behind me. And our team are improving at the moment, would be the right word. They're heading towards the top half of the table. I mean, last year they came seventh, behind the likes of Arsenal, Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea. They were seventh. I've forgotten Tottenham there, but football is a passion, and following your local team. One thing about football is that you actually follow a team for life. You don't switch allegiances every season. It's the team you were brought up with, and Burnley is certainly the team that I was brought up with in Lancashire. Many moons ago.
I must say, I'm not a sporty kind of person, so I don't have a team.
Oh, we don't have to have a team.
My sons do, and my husband do. You know, does. So, but I've never been the sporty kind.
I'm just trying. It's all right. I'm just picking another photograph.
So I'm just going to read through some of the comments there.
Yeah, okay.
Kelly says that it looks clean. Floors look clean. So great job, Steven. I don't know if he's talking about your floors or my floors.
I think he was talking about the floors at the office I was in earlier. Because I've been changing images, and I'm just trying to make another change and then come back.
Okay.
Just a moment.
And then Andy says he doesn't have his green screen up yet. So does that mean you actually have one, Andy, and you still need to put it up? Do you have a pop-up one, or did you buy a professional green screen? So those of you watching the show right now, and you've got a green screen, are you going for the whole shebang and buying a professional one? My green screen is totally homemade from scratch. I went and bought a piece of fabric and put in two tiny little long, you
rods.
can't call them poles, rods. That's the word I was looking for. Two lightweight rods, and I put some Velcro on the top and got it against my backdrop. So mine's a total El Cheapo. It's probably cost me the whole thing, I think, not more than $10.
Right.
That's my green screen.
I bow to you, because if I made a green screen, it wouldn't look anywhere near as good as yours or mine. And that's because it's got to be, the fabric has got to be perfectly. You've got to. Did you iron it?
No, it's a kind of fabric that doesn't need ironing. So that's the key. So I've made my fair share of mistakes. I've gone and got samples of fabric before. And then I eventually figured out, I went and Googled it. Google can be your friend.
Yeah.
So I went and Googled the type of fabric that works well for green screen. And so you want to go for a fabric that's kind of stretchy, that doesn't doesn't crease very easily. So that's the kind of fabric you should go to. And when I went to my fabric store and I said to them, I want to use the fabric for green screen, lo and behold, they knew what I was talking about. And they said, this is the fabric you should get. So if you wanted to make your own, just go and ask your local fabric store. They more than likely will have the kind of fabric for you. Because apparently, you know, filmmakers do this as well. So, so not everyone goes to, you know, because you can spend quite a pretty penny on the professional green screens. Stephen, what did yours cost? Because you've got a pop-up one. What was the cost of your green screen?
It's £45 or $55. In actual fact, I have a link, and again, it's thanks to Chuck Trice, and the link to it on Amazon I have with me. So my green screen is this one, and I'm posting the link now. So if you want to go and take a look, and it is
Kelly said he sent some messengers, some images.
Right. Okay.
In Messenger.
I shall go to Messenger and get hold of the images and then download them, and then we'll see if we can bring one on just to show this is live. We can now bring images onto the screen that you send us, and I'm just waiting for Messenger to come up, and I'll go to Kelly, and then I'll download a couple of the images, and then we'll show them on screen.
I think it's great for product promotion.
Yeah. And Jason Franco, welcome. Sorry.
Hi, Jason. Alan Smith says, what cloth did you use? I simply went down to my fabric store and I told them I was looking for something to use for a green screen. The fabric I tried before was, the first one I got was too shiny and it creased, so it didn't look good at all. And so I have got a stretch fabric, and it doesn't really crease. I have rolled it up and down and a number of times, because when I don't want to use the green screen, I've just rolled it up onto the rod that I've got it on, and I've never needed to iron it. It seems to be crease proof. It does, yeah.
That's good. That's good. And my green screen is bendable, and I've not ironed it either. So it's just working.
Is it one of those that's like you know, folds up like a car sunscreen?
Yeah, just a moment. I'm trying to get back. No, just a minute. Just a second. Bear with me. That's what it looks like.
There we go. Yeah.
So that's basically behind me at the moment, and I can just drop an image in, and I'm going to try and replace the image, and I'm going to local files, browse local files. I'm just hopefully about to prove that we are live, and I'm going to bring up one of the files that Kelly sent.
Stephen is that one of the files that he sent you now?
That's we are live. That is a file that Kelly just sent me. There you are. So we're not doctoring the images. Brilliant.
So from what I can see is that Xplit automatically masks the edges, because your green screen doesn't go all the way to the edge, but Xplit masks the edges. Hi, Joy.
It does. And Joy's joined us. Hello, one and all, everyone. Good topic. Thank you. And you're saying hello to Franco, Jason, and Andy. Yeah, we are able, because of the machines that we have, to say that it works on both Mac and Windows. And if you're on a Mac, then you should be looking at Ecamm for Mac, which is Mac only. And it's a one-time, lifetime purchase. If I say anything wrong, Bridgetti, just put me right.
No, that is right.
That's right. Good. And if you're on Windows, then I'm using Xplit Vcam, and I'm posting a link for that now. Xplit are having a Valentine's sale. So for the moment, if you're on Windows 10, you can get the software that I bought for $50 last week for $25 this week. And that's all about time.
Oh no!
That's all about timing.
No.
I see. I didn't know they were going to do a Valentine's sale. I mean, who does a Valentine's sale? So anyway, they did. So you can get the software I'm using, and you can look. Well, it just works. It's getting good reviews from everybody who actually sees it.
Do you know until when it's valid, Steven?
I think it'll just be over. Well, I don't know the dates, no, but I know it's on today because I checked earlier. So if you're quick, you can get in there.
So
and
if you're on Windows, go and get it quickly for $25 as opposed to $50. That's a whopping $50 off. I mean, 50% off. 50% off the price for Xplit Vcam. That is a bargain. And Steven, is that a once-off price or is it an annual subscription?
That's a one-off price. So it's a bargain from that.
A great bargain. It's a great bargain, guys. Yeah. Go for it if you're on Windows.
Yeah. So now's the time to do it. I'm going to try and get one of another of Kelly's photos. Just a minute, just to prove that this is live. I like that one, Kelly. Just a minute. Let me download the photo. And I'll show you how quick it is. Kelly sent me the photograph in Messenger. I've gone into Messenger and I've saved it. And I'm now going to come back to Xplit, and I can go straight into Xplit, into the local files. I can pick the file, and there you have it. That's how quickly you can change your background, and this background
so Kelly's close to where David Burrows is, because he's in Sarnia as well. Is that right?
Correct. They know each other in the real world.
Oh wow!
That's good. Right, and I think we've got a potential another green screen with us. We'll see in a minute as we welcome Alfredo.
And I want to answer Joy's question there. Joy, yes, that's absolutely 100% correct. It's not a monthly fee. If you're on Windows, it's $25 at the moment. The Valentine's special, just a once-off $25 fee, and that is it.
Hello,
hi, Alfredo.
Hi. So the premise of the show is just showing off our green screens. Is that what we were doing?
Yep, your turn.
That's what we're doing today.
Well, I'm not as elaborate as Steven yet, but the green screen I do have is something to do with web captioner. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch screens. Oops. There we go. Now we got to premise the.
Oh, you're doing a background replacement?
Yes, a background replacement. Yeah. I'm not sure if that counts as a green screen, Steven.
Well,
go ahead.
It is. It's basically mixing things up and showing something different. So yeah,
okay.
But it's
okay. So
and you're using OBS?
Yes, I'm using OBS. So let me see if I can get the third. This is the second screen, and I'm so my camera is pointing backwards. Let me remove that. I'm sorry. Where's that camera? This is it. Okay, so this is the second screen, and what's already doing is it's already filtering out the green. So let me show you the green part. So that means I'm gonna add the filter back on the second camera. Or second screen, actually. Where's it? It's been a while since I said this, so I have to locate the proper filter. Here it goes. So I'm gonna take out what's called the chroma key option, which is in. Oh, you can see it here. There's this chroma key option that you can add as in a filter in OBS. You just basically you add the chroma key and you select the green to be chroma keyed out. So in this example, I'm taking all the green out, so that later I can hopefully use this screen to overlay the chat program that I'm using. The chat program I'm using is Web Captioner, and so far it's just capturing my voice. So once I remove the the green out, I need to select the scene that has the web captioner stuff. So let me just kind of rifle through this quickly. Yeah. And I think this is an example of one. There we go. So that's web captioner being overlaid in a black area, and it's just getting my text. So that's the example of getting the green screen removed from web captioner. There we go.
Right.
And so, Alfredo, can you do a screen? Can you do a background replacement of yourself? Because I think that's what people are looking for, essentially.
Yeah. Let me find the scene that actually does that. I did an example for a group before, but it's hard to do the background replacement when I don't have a solid color. So what I did before was I did a custom remove a color. I'm just trying to locate the proper scene I used it for.
Okay.
But it can be done. I just can't locate the scene. So my apologies. Right. Yeah.
No worries. You are watching the Green Screen Show, and latest comment comes in from Joy, which says, "Yes, that's good. Exactly when I was looking for it. Looks great, and you're always trying. We always bring it to the table. We try our best. We are very trying at times. Well, I know I am. Bridgetti is not though. Right. Okay. Right. Now then. So I think we've gone through. Back to a question from Alan, and Alan was asking how much is Ecamm.
Ecamm, when I first got Ecamm, it was $25. It's now $75. It's still great value for what it is.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, $75, and it's once off. It's a once off with lifetime updates.
Yeah. So that's it's good value. I mean, the thing about the software is, as a software guy who actually writes software, is that it's always being improved. So if you're paying $70 for a lifetime, then you know it's going to be improved several times a year, and that's what you're actually paying for, is the continued maintenance. And we're making
absolutely. It's been through so many iterations in this, in the last year. The guys have been very responsive. They've worked very hard on developing the software. They really put a lot of time and energy into it. So it was it definitely is a worthwhile investment. They're always constantly updating and improving. So as you said, these guys put a lot of work into it.
They do, and I'm just going to try and get another green screen image. And again, this one is from Kelly. So for a second, I'm going to go over, browse my local files, and bring in another image from Kelly. So there we have it, and just bring that full screen so you can actually see it. What
Lovely.
I love is
that's gorgeous. Beautiful.
That works well, Kelly. That's a good choice. That's a very good choice. As I said earlier, if you have photographs and you want us to feature them on the show, same time every Friday, then please do send them along, and more than happy to change our backgrounds and show show your part of the world as well. So all good. And again, another reminder for people who weren't here earlier is that Bridgetti and I, along with Fons Chamberlain, are hosting a show on the 26th of February from 9 a.m. Eastern to 2 p.m., which is in UK 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's a 5-hour mini marathon show. We're looking at increasing charity awareness. If you have a charity that you support and you'd like to have it mentioned on the show and promoted on the show, then just send a message, and in that message include a link to the site itself, your own story, your own connection with it, with the charity, if there is one, and we'll feature it on the show. And if you want to come and talk about your charity on the show, then you're more than welcome to do so.
And Kelly says it looks like an even tie between Mac and Windows. I mean, the difference between, before you had the green screen and now is huge, absolutely huge. So I think the recommendation is that if you're going to be getting XSplit, then do invest in a green screen. And again, as we said, it doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. And the one that Steven has got, you said it was $55 or pounds?
$55, yeah. Yeah, it's $55. I'm talking dollars, it's easier. Yeah, and I checked that out today. So it is $55. It's a Fovitec, Fovitec backdrop, and it comes from Amazon, and it's high quality. And I can move it from my office to Angelica's office in well, not seconds, but in minutes, and have it set up. We did test that before. I mean, I bought the backdrop and a stand, and the backdrop goes on the stand. But when I put the stand at the back of my office, which is not very big, I couldn't get the canvas to line up properly. So I took the stand out into the hall, put the canvas against the wall, and I don't need a stand. So in my case, it
save on space.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true, and ease of use as well, because you've got to carry a stand around with you all the time, and that makes life a bit difficult, right?
And you know, if you're in a small space where you don't have an office set up where you can set up your a studio from which to live stream, a green screen is a great option. It really is a great option, because you know, the one you've got, Steven, for example, you can pop that up anywhere behind you. You don't need a huge space if you don't need to use the stand. So if you've got a very small studio that's in your bedroom, I mean, there are some broadcasters who don't have a separate studio, that have to broadcast from their bedroom or their kitchen or wherever. You can use a green screen. Yeah.
Totally.
Is in the XSplit option, if you don't have a green screen, can you customize the color you want the chroma key out?
You don't even get involved in chroma key. It's a 1, 2, 3. You actually choose your camera, choose your backdrop, and then just use it as a virtual camera. There is no chroma key involved. That's wrong. There is no chroma key for the user to get involved in. I tried both Manycam and vMix earlier today. I thought, I've got a green screen now. I can use vMix, I can use Manycam, and I can set up a green screen on there. It was messy.
So Joy's asking a question there. Joy says, will I need to have another type of green screen as a backdrop to use the Xplit software? So Joy, you will get the software, and what you need to do is just get a green screen. There's only, I mean, the green screens you can go El Cheapo the way I did, you know, with just getting my own fabric and putting it through 2 rods. I spent $10 on mine. But if you want to get a great one, Steven's got a great one that was $55 on Amazon. He got it the very next day. You can use it without the stand, he says, so you can literally move it wherever you need to use that. Will hanging drapes work as a backdrop? If you've got a rod behind you, I don't see any reason why you couldn't put it onto a curtain rod.
But don't you need the 3-point lighting to actually have the shadows not show on the backdrop drapes?
Well, I don't have a heck of a lot of lighting, to be honest. I've got one lighting overhead just above my head, and I've got some natural light at the moment, and I've got one other light. I don't have studio lights. Yeah, so I don't have studio lights. I know that Steven's got some studio lights.
But the net result is the same. because we've just been told by Kelly that your setup and my setup are comparable. So if you achieve the end result, it doesn't matter. It's not so much how you got there, it's actually getting the result right. So yeah, all good. And Alfredo's just dropped out, video call come in. Alfredo, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again.
Thanks for joining,
later.
Alfredo.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So I'm just trying to decipher. Hello, Dida.
So Joy, you say you've got fabric as a backdrop, and so have you got green screen software? If you do you want to join us and show us your setup? Because you're welcome to do that. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but if you are able to, please feel welcome to come and join us and show us your green screen setup.
Please do. Okay, and I'll just post.
Or anyone else that's watching now, if you've got a green screen setup and you'd like to share it with us, do come and you're very welcome to let us know, and we'll send you the link to join us live.
And thank you, Dida.
Dida, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Very kind. And I'll just put the link to join us on camera. If you'd like to do so, you're more welcome. It's Friday. We're winding down for the weekend and enjoying doing so and showing off our green screen sets at the same time. And photograph today is from Kelly in Sarnia, in Canada. So there we are. Right, I'm trying to think what else is actually coming up. I mean, we've had glimpses of something happening in March, but we can't talk about that. I'm just hinting and dropping hints to people, but not big hints.
Well, what I can tell all of you is that in March is World Water Day, and that's going to highlight that the water crisis is not just something that I have in South Africa or in Cape Town, but in fact, the water crisis is everywhere in the world. And just to give you a glimpse of why I'm saying that the water crisis is a worldwide one, you may not appear to have a shortage of water, but if you're not able to produce your own food or your own clothing in your area, your food and your clothing may be produced in a water scarce area, or that area may be running out of water. In that case, it has a knock-on effect on you, and therefore you have a water crisis if you can't produce your own food and clothing. And you'll be surprised to learn how much water is used in the manufacturing process of fabric and in the process of producing meat on your table. It's a huge, huge amount of water that you may not be aware of. So if you're getting your food from elsewhere or your clothing from elsewhere, and they are water restricted, then you have a water crisis, because if they run out of water, it means you're not going to get your produce, or you're not going to get your clothing from that area any longer. So it's very definitely something that affects all of us. And we'll highlight some of those things during Water Day. In fact, what we planning to do is to do a whole series on water that week of the 20th, I think it's the week of the 20th of March. So more details to follow on that soon. I don't have everything worked out yet, but I will have the details available soon.
Well, that's where live broadcasting comes into its own, to actually be able to promote awareness of the situation, and that's good. Right, okay. And Joy's saying, I'm going to have to listen to the replay. I had to leave before you answered my concern about the drapes in place of the green screen. We'll tune in later. We did answer the question, Joy. So cheers for now. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again soon.
Take care, Joy, and thanks for joining us live.
Indeed. True. And we do enjoy the fact that our friends join us on Friday to wind down for the weekend. I know you've got your day ahead of you, and we wish you a good day. But it's good that you join us in Wiltshire and in Cape Town on a Friday, just to chill and share green screens and share photographs. And I'm back with a different photograph. Well, it's one of my favourites from earlier, and this is the one by Kelly. So thank you, Kelly.
I think what we're trying to illustrate also is the fact that it's so easy to use the green screens. You don't need a lot of setup, and you don't need an expensive setup. And in both instances, it's a once-off investment on getting your green screen. So it's not a huge investment.
No, once you've done it, I mean, it's not one of those things that's actually going to, well, in the short term, for a couple of years, it's going to be good. So it's not as if you're doing it for this week and you can't use it next week. It's there, as you say, for a long time. And so is the software. If you buy the $25 offer from Xplit today, you can get a lifetime access to the software that I'm using today. And if you go to Ecamm, you can get a copy of the software that Bridgetti is using for $70. Again, that's a lifetime license. So, and that, hang on a minute, I missed the slideshow there. Right, brilliant. It looks good full screen. I mean, that's what impressed me. I mean, this all started 2 weeks ago when you came on with your green screen, and people actually thought you were sat in the office. I thought that looks good. So then I went out and I got Xplit Vcam, and we're on the show last week, and then we did a vote, and you looked still perfect, and mine wasn't. So that's when I went and got the green screens. But from now moving, are you changing again? And then moving forward, we're okay. We've got a slideshow going in the background.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing along as we going. You know, just to show people what you can do.
Right, I've got an update from Alan, who's just checked the current price of Ecamm, and it's $79. But just a moment, this is not the only thing that Ecamm will do, is it?
No. Ecamm it's not just the camera. It's actually broadcasting software. So one of the functions of their broadcasting software is that you can use it as a virtual camera. So you're not just getting the virtual camera portion, you're actually getting broadcasting software.
So you can broadcast out to Facebook, YouTube from your desktop using Ecamm. And
correct.
And
Periscope, Twitch.
You name it. Brilliant. And Kelly is saying Toronto CN Tower. Nice photo, Bridgetti. I think that was a previous photo. So I think the comments are running a bit behind today. Okay. Right. There we are. That's good. We didn't have a long agenda today. I think we've got through most of it. So agenda-wise, we're done. So if anybody's got any questions at all, we're happy to take those. And we do know that exciting things are going to happen this year in the live broadcasting world. Did you catch Leland Best yesterday? Right.
No, I didn't.
Right.
What did I miss? Do tell.
All right. Okay. Leland Best did a webinar yesterday at 11 a.m. Eastern, and all right. Okay. A comment from Kelly. Leland has teamed up with a live video organization who do many things that if you want to set up your own broadcasting, you could do. It's cloud-based so that you can broadcast anywhere you want, but you can do it in HD quality. You can have those videos stored. You can even go on live on Roku. A whole range of things. It's worth checking out. I'll send the link to the webinar afterwards because it's just worth watching what the potential is for actually going a stage further from what we're doing at the moment, because what we're doing at the moment, Be Live TV, we just go to the browser, we bring our cameras and mics in and our green screens, and we're good to go. With this software, you can do a whole range of things, and it's not too expensive. So I'm going to take a
Cheers,
closer
Kelly.
look.
Kelly's saying goodbye.
Bye, Kelly. See you later. And further information from Alan that Ecamm does require macOS 10.11.
Yes,
Okay.
it does.
Good. All good. Right. There we have it. It's nearly weekend. And time to chill. No live video. Are you broadcasting this week, Bridgetti? This weekend?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And you know, I there's so much that I want to be doing. Oh, by the way, for those of you watching, I don't know if any one of you heard, but LinkedIn has announced, or they're releasing LinkedIn live video in the US. I'm not sure when it's going to roll out to the rest of the world, but that's brilliant news if you're on LinkedIn. Because at the moment, the way LinkedIn works is that you upload pre-recorded videos to LinkedIn, whether you do them on your desktop or whether you do them on the fly on your phone, on your mobile phone. It is recorded video. Yeah, it's recorded video. But they are now releasing, they've been talking about this for the last year, and they've now finally releasing live video in the US. I'm quite excited about that because it does open up a whole new world for business. Because your audience on LinkedIn is very, very targeted. So if you're offering business services, you are hitting the right audience by going live on LinkedIn. So that's going to open up a whole new world of possibilities if you're offering services. So I'm not sure when it's going to roll out to the rest of us. So if you're watching us live or on the replay and you're on LinkedIn and you already have LinkedIn Live, do let us know in the comments. It'd be great to know who's got it, who's tried it. Let us know, because for now it's only in the US.
True, it's a restricted rollout at the moment, and we've got to wait our turn as usual. I think that you're right, though, that it is business to business. So given the expertise that everybody has gathered in live video in the last 2 years on Facebook, it is an opportunity to go live on Facebook and to teach other people, and quite probably be able to get paid for doing so. So that there will be a market for actually teaching people how to have camera confidence, how to structure a show. In fact, everything about going live, the knowledge base that we've acquired over the years, and we can share that with people, and we can share it in private groups, and we can actually charge. So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Which is all good. Right, okay, and
no, absolutely. It's great news, as it rolls up to more and more platforms. But as I said, I'm particularly excited about LinkedIn because it is a business platform.
It is. Right, okay. Well, Alfredo and Kelly have left, so it must be getting closer to the weekend. Shall we say our goodbyes, Bridgetti, for now? And it's the weekend.
Yes, I want to say thank you to everyone who's joined us live today. Thank you to everyone who's watching the replay. So if you are curious about green screens, we showed you today how easy it is to use a green screen. You don't have to go and spend a lot of money. You can either make your own the way I did with fabric and 2 rods to support it, or you can go and get a lovely pop-up one that's very, very mobile, which Steven has got, and the investment there is a once-off $55. And in order to use a green screen, you will need to have a virtual camera. So it's a pleasure, Alan. Thank you for joining us. And so if you're on the Mac, you can go and buy the software. It's broadcasting software. It's $79. So you're not just getting the virtual camera. It also comes It is a broadcasting software, but one of the features is a virtual camera, which is what you need to go live on BLive with your virtual camera. And if you're on the Windows operating system, you can go and get Xplit Vcam. It's on a special at the moment. It usually is $50, but right now, because of the Valentine special, it's only $25. So go out there and rush and get it, so you can get it at less 50%. So thank you very much to all of you who have watched us today. If you've got any questions about green screen for myself and Steven, please pop them in the comments. And also, please do say hello if you're watching us on the replay. Say hello in the comments, and also tell us where in the world you are watching the show from. We'd love to know where people are watching us from. So do drop a quick hello in the comments for us. So I want to say goodbye to everyone. Thank you for joining us live, and thank you for joining us on the replay. So from myself, Bridgetti and Band in Cape Town, South Africa, it's bye for now, and see you next week.
Bye.